Really, the greatest thing about Thanksgiving is getting together with family. And possibly the most difficult part of Thanksgiving is getting together with family. We're here with Alexia Vernon, a communications expert who has a great new book out. I was at your book launch. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Want to tell us a little bit quickly about the book before we get to the do's and don'ts of Thanksgiving?
Well, thank you. Step Into Your Moxie is the name of the book, and it is a playful approach to be able to amplify your voice, your visibility, and your influence in all of your communications.
I love what you do, and I love talking about this because it can be difficult. There are a lot of landmines that we can step on without meaning to when the family gets together, because it doesn't happen that often. So you have some do's and don'ts. The first one being about gratitude.
Yes, it's so easy during the holidays to forget that gratitude is not a one-time choice that you check off a list. And when we have gratitude with our families, what it means is when we do get triggered, which can happen, it allows us to be a little bit more calm and compassionate.
This is one I wouldn't have thought of. I think it's a great idea. Have conversation starters in your pocket.
Yes, because oftentimes family meals can feel awkward.
Yep.
And when you have conversation starters, and I really am a fan of questions like, what's your favorite family tradition for the holidays? Or what is a lesson you learned that you never have to learn again?
I like that.
Or what is a goal that you have for the year ahead? It ensures that conversation is easy and fun for everybody involved.
This is another brilliant one I would not have thought of. Do not go into Thanksgiving dinner without a seating plan.
You wouldn't think that that's important. We're family and we should all be able to sit together. But if your family has a tendency to bicker, you want to be really mindful of who you're putting together. And it also helps those who are introverts, because if you put an introvert by an extrovert and the extrovert squashes the introvert, it can make conversation really difficult for the quiet ones.
It's like planning an invasion. It's
Yes.
very, very careful. Another do not, you don't want to rehash previous holidays.
It might sound benign enough to talk about that time something dreadful happened during a holiday and we all laugh at it, but usually it just reintroduces negative energy. Better to co-create a new positive experience and then talk about that year after year.
This one we could probably do an hour on, and this is probably a little more obvious to people, but it's probably the most common mistake. That is, do not go into religion and or politics. Why is that such a landmine for everybody?
You know, particularly during an election year, it's easy to think the election is over, so now that we can talk freely. But usually what happens is that people make the conversations about other people rather than about ideas and issues. So if you make the decision to have one of those conversations, it's really important in advance to say, let's play nicely, let's keep the conversation about ideas and issues, and even create a buzzword that you use so that if things get prickly, anyone could call it out, that allows folks to stop and recalibrate.
Turkey stuffing, yeah.
Cranberry sauce for me.
And religion's the same way, right? It can, because there are obviously, even though it's family, probably different beliefs, even within the same faith.
Yes, and that's the thing. In my family, one of the things we've experienced is even when we have a similar religion and similar political views, we can get so passionate the minute that sugar and carbs and adult beverages are introduced, that even if we're in agreement, it can just take the conversation a little too high.
Alexia Vernon, great advice. Love the book, love everything you're doing. It's great to see you here.
Have a great holiday.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you.